Hello friends, myself Professor Khemchand Surana. So in last sessions we have started the antiviral agents. In that we have seen the introduction, then structure of life cycle, viral replication. Then further we have started the antiviral therapy, classification of the drugs. Then we have started the details of the first nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitor. In that we have seen purine analogs, pyrimidine analogs, their details means SAR metabolism. Then further we have started with the adamantane amine derivatives. In this adamantane derivatives further we have discussed their mode of action, side effects and SAR of the adamantane amines. Now today we will start the second major class of these antiviral drugs, that is what, non-nucleosides reverse transcriptase inhibitors. So in these non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors, so you can see the different examples is given over here, structure is given over here. So whatever the structure is given over here, need to draw in your notebook and practice them. So the example is nevirapine is given. You can see the cyclic ring structure is given over here. Then delverdine is given, structure is given over here. Then efavirenz, imivirine, whatever the troviridine and loviridine. So these are what the examples of non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors. So all these structure need to draw and practice them. So this is what the important class as per your examination, they were asked in examination. So in this basic non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors, the first will discuss the nevirapine. So the structure is given over here. You can see the structure of nevirapine. So nevirapine and its analog exhibits antiretroviral effects against AZT resistance HIV strains. So this is what the antiretroviral drug basically, and nevirapine they will exhibits what, antiretroviral effect against the different strains of HIV. The side effect of nevirapine is basically liver dysfunction and skin rashes. So this point should be asked in JPAD examination basically. So the nevirapine is what, showing the liver dysfunction and skin rashes. So nevirapine basically is what, dipyridodizepone derivative, dipyridodizepone derivative, which binds directly to reverse transcriptase. So you can see the dipyridine ring is given over here, two pyridine rings you can see in the structure of nevirapine. So which is what, dipyridone diazepone derivative, and see in whatever the middle there is what, diazepone ketone, and there is what, two nitrogens. So this will what, directly binds to reverse transcriptase enzyme, and after directly blocking to reverse whatever reverse transcriptase enzyme, they will block the RNA and DNA dependent polymerase activities. Means RNA and DNA dependent activities is there by causing a disruption of the RT catalytic site. Means after blocking this DNA and RNA dependent polymerase enzyme, whatever they will disrupt the reverse transcripted catalytic site, means the activity of reverse transcriptase. So HIV2 RT and human DNA polymerase are not inhibited by nevirapine. So by nevirapine they were not inhibited. The 50% inhibitory concentration range from 10 to 100 nanomole per liter against the HIV 1. So this is what the concentration of this drug. So they were what, act through what, inhibition of DNA polymerase. Okay, so this is what the detail of nevirapine. Then second drug is delaverdine. Delaverdine is what, again bis heteroaryl piperazine derivative. So you can see the structure of whatever delverdine, whatever the piperazine ring you can see in center. Okay, so whatever this delaverdine is bis heteroaryl piperazine derivative, which is a potent non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitor. This potent non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitor with activity against the HIV-1. So again specifically they were act on the HIV-1, and the delavertin directly inhibit the reverse transcriptase and DNA directed DNA polymerase activities of HIV-1 after the formation of enzyme substrate complex. Means initially what will happen, they will form the enzyme substrate complex and inhibit the reverse transcriptase and DNA directed DNA polymerase activities of HIV-1. So by this there is what, there is chain termination effect will occur in case of this. So this is what mode of action of delavertin. The next drug is efavirenz. Efavirenz is new non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitor that was approved by the FDA as a potent inhibitor of wild type and resistance mutant HIV-1, which is inhibited up to the 95% with efavirenz, concentration of 1.5 millimole per liter. The co-administration of efavirenz with indinavir reduces the indinavir concentration by approximately 35%. So basically this efavirenz is basically the reverse transcriptase inhibitor which is approved by the FDA and potent against the wild type of mutant resistance of HIV-1. Now further metabolism of these non-nucleoside derivatives. So metabolism of nevirapine. Nevirapine is metabolized as a glucuronide conjugation to form hydroxylated metabolite and excreted into the urine. So these nevirapine will lead to glucuronide conjugation and they will form the hydroxylated metabolite of this nevirapine and excreted into the urine. So metabolism of this delavertin is metabolized to the N-decyisopropyl metabolite in the liver and pharmacokinetic is non-linear. So further this delavertin is basically metabolized to, means whatever the metabolite is called as disisopropyl metabolite into the liver. So in the liver this isopropyl metabolite is formed and their pharmacokinetic is basically non-linear. So this is what all about the non-nucleoside derivatives. Now further we will start the further major class of these antiviral agent is anti-HIV drugs. So this is what important as per your examination. So anti-HIV drugs, basically HIV virus is cause of the AIDS. So whatever AIDS will be, we can call the HIV from this AIDS basically occurs from this HIV virus. Both HIV-1 and HIV-2 causes HIV-1 and HIV-2 causes the AIDS. So anti-HIV agents are classified according to their mode of action. So these anti-HIV drugs basically classified into two major categories on the basis of their mechanism of action. So first major class is reverse transcriptase inhibitor and second one is HIV protease inhibitors. So these two major classes. So initially we will discuss only the reverse transcriptase inhibitors. So these reverse transcriptase inhibitors basically is RNA dependent DNA polymerase. So this is what the RNA dependent DNA polymerase enzyme is there. So drug inhibiting this reverse transcriptase interfere with the replication of HIV and stop the synthesis of further viral particles. So what happen, they will inhibit this reverse transcriptase with replication of this HIV and stop the further viral particle release from the host cells. And further these reverse transcriptase were classified into nucleoside reverse transcriptase and nucleotide reverse transcriptase. Already we have seen the nucleoside reverse transcriptase and non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase. But if the question is asked like this, explain the in detail anti-HIV drugs with life cycle. So you have to just explain the life cycle of viruses or the HIV viruses. Then further you have to write the classification of anti-HIV drugs, and further you have to explain in details these reverse transcriptase enzyme and protease reverse transcriptase enzyme inhibitors and protease inhibitors. So in again reverse transcriptase you have to explain nucleoside and non-nucleoside reverse transcriptase inhibitors. So further, these reverse transcriptase inhibitors are classified into these two basic categories. So in that, the first example is didanosine. So this is what the structure of didanosine you can see. So didanosine is also called as 2-3-deoxyinosine, or in short DDI, and brand name is Videx. So you can see the structure 2-3-deoxyinosine. So mode of action of these didanosine is 2-3-deoxyinosine is what? Synthetic purine nucleoside. This is what? Synthetic purine nucleoside. It's bioactivated to 2-3-deoxyinosine triphosphate by the host cell enzyme. So initially what will happen, this didanosine will lead to phosphorylation and form the triphosphate derivative or the metabolite of this didanosine, which is biologically active into the host cell. So which competitively inhibit the reverse transcriptase and incorporated into the viral DNA, and there causes the chain termination in the HIV infected cells. So what they will inhibit RT and incorporate into viral DNA. Because of incorporation into viral DNA, inhibition of chain termination. Structure is given over here. So basically this didanosine is metabolized into the hypoxanthine derivative, xanthine and uric acid through the usual metabolic pathway of the purines. So whatever the metabolic pathway of the purines, these didanosine will metabolize into the hypoxanthine, xanthine and uric acid metabolites. Later, non-toxic metabolic product also form. So this is what about didanosine. Further, next drug is zalcitabine. Structure is again given over here. So zalcitabine is 2-3-D-deoxycytidine or D-deoxycytidine. So the whatever the IUPAC name is given over here, 4-amino-1,2-R5S5 hydroxymethyl tetrahydrofuran 2-pyrimidine 2-pyrimidine 2-1 one ketone there is. So the mode of action of this zalcitabine is zalcitabine basically converted into zalcitabine monophosphate by deoxycysteine enzyme. Then further this zalcitabine monophosphate leads to means convert into deoxycytidine 5-triphosphate by cellular kinases activity, by cellular kinases enzymes activity. So further, whatever this triphosphate metabolite of the zalcitabine, which inhibits the reverse transcriptase competitively and termination of viral DNA chain, it also inhibits the host mitochondrial DNA synthesis. So how it will act, basically zalcitabine converted into the zalcitabine monophosphate converted into whatever the metabolite of triphosphate, and this triphosphate is required to inhibit this RT competitively and terminate the viral DNA chain. Also they will inhibit the mitochondrial DNA synthesis. These zalcitabine basically used against HIV-1 and HIV-2. Further, second drug is zidovudine. So zidovudine structure is given over here. ZDV is short form, azidodeoxythymidine. Also we can call AZT. Retrovir brand name is there. So IUPAC name is given over here. So it is metabolite, basically metabolites through means administered and is converted into the inactive glucuronide metabolite, means it leads to glucuronidation and form the inactive glucuronide metabolite, and which will excited in the unchanged form through the urine basically. So in unchanged form they were excited through the urine. Next, this zidovudine basically we can call AZT in short. This is what thymidine analog, and which is active against HIV-1, HIV-2, HTLV-1 also. And the mode of action of this zidovudine is retrovirus. This is what the retrovirus possesses the reverse transcriptase. As we know, the whatever the retrovirus, they will possess reverse transcriptase enzyme. and or RNA directed DNA polymerase. So this zidodin directly basically directs the DNA copy of the viral RNA genome, which is duplicated and circularized and incorporated into the DNA of the infected cells. Means whatever this zidodin basically converted into zidodin monophosphate converted into zidodin diphosphate, and zidodin diphosphate will convert it into zidodin triphosphate through the activity of thymidine kinase. So this zidodin triphosphate is active form of this zidodin, and this zidodin triphosphate will competitively inhibit the reverse transcriptase with respect to thymidine triphosphate. So this is what the mode of action means. Triphosphate form is active form. So further 3-azido group prevents formation of 5-3- phosphodiesterase bond. Means whatever the new bond formation between the DNA of the viruses, that is what 5-3- phosphodiesterase bond, that will prevented by this zidodin, and so it will prevent the DNA synthesis new. So chain termination yielding incomplete proviral DNA, and this zidodin monophosphate competitively inhibit the thymidine kinase, thus they were decreases the intracellular thymidine triphosphate. Its greater affinity for HIV-RT than the human DNA polymerase. Means HIV, it is what more or greater affinity or more active against HIV-RT only than the human DNA polymerases. Now next drug is lamivudine. So lamivudine structure is given over here: 4 amino 1 2s5r 2 hydroxymethyl 1 3 oxythiolane 5-yl pyrimidine 2-on. So these lamivudine basically 3-5-D deoxy 3-thiacytidine. It's promising antiviral action. So means what? It is promising antiviral agent. It develops resistance as a result of mutation in the codon 184 of the gene that encodes HIV-RT. Is basically they were work on the mutation process and encodes the HIV-RT. It combines with whatever the zidodin will be there, these zidodin, and they will increases the CD4 plus counts. So whatever the CD4 counts, they were increases by combining with AZT. Then it is what semi-synthetic nucleoside analog that differs from 2-3-D-deoxycytidine by the sustain of the sulfur in place of methylene group at third position of the ribose. So whatever the ribose ring in case of the these basic structure, so the carbon were replaced by the sulfur, will get the lamivudine, which is what semi-synthetic derivative. So you can see the basic structure of these zidodin is what carbon will be there. So that carbon will be replaced by the sulfur, so we'll get the lamivudine. Now the further class will discuss in the next session. Till that, thank you and happy learning.